Hey you guys, it's Channon Rose, and in today's video I am going to be doing another ex-boyfriend story. We're giving you guys a week of Storytime videos, so I hope that you guys like them, and we are on the theme of ex-boyfriends because I thought, why not? I have some great ex-boyfriend stories and I would love to share them with you. So today's video is going to be how I dated a guy in a boy band, first mistake, and two, how I found out I was the side chick. So I was actually dating this guy when I was doing porn, so that kind of raises a little bit of a red flag. He was in a boy band and they're actually quite popular. I was really attracted to him. He was extremely charming and he was an amazing dancer and had a good voice, and you know, sometimes you're just attracted to them. I was probably like 19, maybe 20. I don't even remember how old I was. I just know it was while I was doing porn that I was dating this guy. So I'd been dating him for a while and we never really went out together because it was hard for him to go out because of like paparazzi and stuff, and you know, I understood that whole thing, and of course like it would really ruin his image and his brand if he was seen out with a porn star, so we never went out. I always just went to his house, and I kind of just like thought of it as like, that's why. I didn't think of it as like maybe there was another reason why he wasn't leaving his house with me and didn't want to be seen with me like outside of his house. So I'm just thinking like, you know, I have this boyfriend and our relationship is just kind of secretive. And I've had like multiple relationships that were kind of like secretive and not very public. Like we weren't allowed to like post pictures together and stuff like that just because of like mainstream media and just like rumors starting and, you know, problems with their careers because of me, you know, which I understood. It made sense to me. I just like cared about our relationship and like what we had, if that makes sense. So here I am thinking like I have this great boyfriend and we have a good relationship and everything's going good, until one day I had spent the night at his house and we were drinking the night before, and the next morning, like really early, like 6 o'clock in the morning, there's like a knock on his door. Let me just give you an idea of what this house looks like. So his room in this house like had all these glass windows, and then he had like a glass door where like you could come in and out of the house through that glass door. You wouldn't have to like walk through the rest of the house. Somebody is knocking on the glass door like where his room is at. I'm like, that's weird, like who the fuck is knocking? And all of a sudden he's like, shh, don't say anything, stay there, be quiet. And I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean be quiet? Like who the fuck is at the door, a robber? And he, I'm not even joking, pulls the covers over me to like hide me in his bed. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is so weird. Like, who was at the door that he has to cover me? He opens the door and it's this girl and she's like, hi babe. And he's like, hey honey. And I'm sitting there fucking underneath covers, you know what I mean? Like in his bed, naked. And I'm hearing him like talk to another girl as if like it's a girlfriend. I'm like sitting there being all quiet in his fucking bed naked, being like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, do you want me to take da-da-da for a walk? And this was his dog. He's like, no, it's really early, like can you come back a little bit later? And she's like, no, I have errands I need to run. I want to take him for a walk now. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's like his ex and they like have custody of the dog, and so she's like taking the dog or something, like as if it's like a child, like a, you know how like, you know what I mean. So he's like, no, like we'll take him later. And I heard him say we, like as in they were going to like walk the dog. She's like, okay, well, like I guess I'll just come back in a few hours when I'm done running my errands. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. So I hear him kiss her as she leaves. Here I am being like the obedient one, freaking staying under the covers so this bitch doesn't see me in his bed. And he shuts the door, made sure to like close the curtains, and I like fucking hop up out of that bed real quick like, who's that? And he's like, oh, it's nobody. And I'm like, well, it didn't sound like nobody. It sounded like you kissed her and you called her honey and she called you babe, like, and here I am sounding like so jealous, but like, hello, are you kidding? I'm pretty sure you just hid me from one of your other girlfriends. And he was like, that's just my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, so you kissed your ex-girlfriend? He's like, I just kissed her on the cheek. And of course, like, I couldn't see like what was happening because I was like fucking being hidden under covers. So eventually I start interrogating this motherfucker like to find out who this chick is. And come to find out, you guys, I was the side chick. That was his girlfriend, and I was just another one of his girlfriends on the side. And I was just like, wow, wow, you are the ugliest boy band member and I am your side chick? Like, I don't think so. The most fucked up part is like all of the other guys in the band knew like that I would come over all the time and we would all hang out together like in the house, and so they all knew that like he had more than one girlfriend. His little ass was a player, and so you best believe that was the last time I ever saw him. And then I did some crazy shit that actually my friend Natty, if you guys don't know who Natty is, Natty's like my best friend. I've known her for a long time. She was my assistant when we did porn. She traveled everywhere with me. We're still really good friends. One of my maid of honors in my wedding, and if you go and watch my wedding video, like the speeches, she talks about her and I like dressing up in camo gear.
It's a huge relief for me to know that you will now be spending your Valentine's days with him and not drunk with me making voodoo dolls or TPing and egging some poor dude's car in the middle of the night in full camo gear.
And like TPing his car, you guys, I know it's ridiculous, but sometimes when you have like breakups like that and somebody did something really shitty, you do stuff to that person to like get back at them. So what I did to get back at him was on Valentine's Day, because yeah, I didn't have a boyfriend because I had broken up with him, and on Valentine's Day I was like heartbroken, and so I went and like did some fucked up shit. I like TP'd his car. I don't even remember like half the things I did because I was so like drunk and like not in a good state. My friend Natty and I did that, and Natty actually dated Charlie Sheen. She was like in the news like when he was being crazy, and so she like gets the whole like dating celebrities and like just like fucked up shit. But anyways, yes, we did some crazy shit to get back at him. It wasn't like awful, nothing like to get in trouble, but like he knew like he fucked up, you know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, that was my story of how I found out I was a side chick, and the lesson I learned was to not date guys in boy bands. At least not the ugly one. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that red button so you can hear more videos like this one about my crazy life. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sending you guys all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. By the way, just like hashtag shameless promo, you can follow me everywhere at Channon Rose. I'm on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you know, all the social media.